Hello, welcome to my next video. So I'm going to get right into it today so that we can have as much time doing yoga as possible. So go ahead and come into a kneeling position, and I want you to come into child's pose to start. We're going to knees wide, toes touching, and just pull your arms out really strong. Rest your head, and then we will, sorry, adjusting, start to walk your fingers out really wide, or really long, and breathe. If you want to add some movement in this to get your body warming up, you can walk your hands to either side as you breathe, nice and slow, while I talk through our intention today. My studies brought me to John, and one of my favorite passages, and it reminds me, it's kind of a weird memory, but it reminds me of camp, which summertime is totally campy. It always brings me joy. It always brings me comfort. And that is John 14:6, which is, I am the way, the truth, and the life. But let me start a little bit before that in John 14:1 to give us a little context. Keep breathing. Start warming yourself up. Let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God. Believe also in me. This is Christ speaking. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, would I have told you that I go to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and will take you to myself, that where I am you may be also. And you know the way to where I am going. Thomas said to him, Lord, we do not know where you are going. How can we know the way? Jesus said to him, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. I think what's so important is Thomas's question. I think so often we ask, God, how do I know what I'm going to do? How can I be sure this is right? And I think if our eyes are on Christ, we can know, because he's the way, the truth, and the life. So let your hearts ponder on that, or any part of that today as we begin to warm up. We're going to do a little twisting warm-up this morning, get ourselves breathing. So I want you to bring your fingertips up to a spider fingertips, and maybe even walk forward, letting your tailbone come up high, and then sink in, melting into melted heart. You can rest your forehead, or you can just leave it raised slightly. Breathe here. Feel your shoulders warming up. And then I want you to tuck your toes just for a moment, just to give yourself some stability. And then take your left arm and, take your left arm, turn to the left, and open up. Then take that left arm and thread it through under your right. We'll take that right arm and really pull it, creating a really deep twist. And then take that right leg and kick it out and walk it forward, maybe to come all the way towards your hand. Or if just coming out here is as much as you want to do today, that's fine. Take that right arm, pull it behind, bring it around your back, wrap and turn your head up. You're super twisted. Breathe. And slowly unwind. Beautiful. And move to the other side. So come back into that melting heart position to start. And then take that right arm and send it up high. Take that right arm and thread it through. Bring that shoulder down and start to walk that left hand over as far as you can. Take that left leg and kick it out, maybe walking it forward. Feeling your whole body opening up and stretching. And then take that left arm, pull it around your body, take your gaze up. Beautiful. Release and come into tabletop. Take your, we're going to do a couple of cat-cows, and I want you to take your tailbone. This is one of the things that we do is we tend to just kind of go up and down and up and down. I want you to really do your tailbone as the driver. So we're going to sink our belly, let the tailbone come up, and raise our head high, pushing against the ground. And then exhale, I want you to turn that tailbone to start. That will allow your stomach to come up into your back. And then round the shoulders, release the neck. Starting with the tailbone, turn it up, let the belly sink. Pull the head high, plant those hands strong. Exhale, cat. Turn that tailbone. Inhale. Now let's start doing it with our breath. Start being active. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take your right arm, send it forward. Left leg, send it back. Exhale, crunch it underneath. Inhale, expand. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, expand. Crunch. Expand. And release. Actually, if you want from here, you can stay here or you can and release there. Take your right arm, send it out, or left arm, right leg back, and crunch it underneath. Expand, crunch, expand, crunch, expand, crunch, expand, hold. Stay here, or you can come into archer. Beautiful. Plant your hands and send those hips high. Plant those feet. Really try to come deep into that down dog. You might bend your knees to start, maybe pedal them a little bit. Whatever it is to get nice and strong in that down dog. Breathe here. Rock your body forward over your hands, plank. Chaturanga lower. Up dog. Pause in this up dog, and I want you to take your feet and make them as wide as the mat, and maybe let your knees come down and release into the mat, your belly into the mat. Take those toes, tuck them underneath, raise the knees, holding the position. And then rock back. Wide down dog. Take your right hand, thread it underneath, grabbing for your left leg, twisting underneath. Release. And the same with the opposite hand, opposite leg. Come forward, maybe bring those feet back in. And let's just do a few mini sunnays. Lower down, inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Down dog. 2 more times. Plank, lower, up dog. Down dog. Plank, lower, up dog, down dog. Bend your knees and step to the top of your mat. Straighten those legs, come into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hold this halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, expand your arms out and hold it. Take those arms, bring them behind your legs, and start to bend your knees and come into kind of a squatty position, holding your legs. Then take those arms and start to, you might not be able to get, I can't get all the way around, but bring them around and allow them to release overhead. Really becoming more weight on the legs, on the bottom body. Breathe. Sorry for the distractions of if you're hearing the instruction. Back to a weekday. And then bring those hands back around. See if you can keep connected, just a little bit. Come back into that chair squat position. Straighten those legs out. Release the hands. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, prayer center. Beautiful. All right. We're going to do, that's our warm-up for today. You're welcome to do that over again, do parts of it over again. That just should get your body ready to go. We're just going to do a little flow, and I'm going to keep it short today. I've got stuff to do, kids to go get. I'm sure you do too. So again, just as a reminder, you can expand this out, make it more by repeating it, making it your own, adding your own elements to it. So don't be afraid of that pause or rewind button for your own practice. So here we go. We're going to inhale, come up tall. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Take your right leg and kick it high. Hold here. Bend and open it. Maybe even bring it all the way around for Wild Thing. All the way around, twist. Or maybe for the first time you don't do that, but you plan on doing it the second time around. Come back around, kick that leg up high, and then sweep it through with power. And blade that back foot, rise up, warrior one. Get really deep in this warrior one. Remember, knee tracking outward, Hips forward, you might physically move them forward. Arms high. And then straighten that leg. Reach forward as far as you can. Then allow your body to come down. Really keeping the planting of the legs. This is our triangle position. I want you to bring your right arm onto the inside of your right leg and open up into side triangle. And I'm actually going to turn myself around because I'm realizing, again, I started on the side that would bring you my back side. So stay there, stay in your triangle. I'm going to switch sides. We're here. Ooh, deepen that. And then I want you to bring that other hand down, walk it around, straighten both legs. Bring your toes in to start, flat back, and then lower down, release, opening. Take your feet, turn them out, bend the knees, coming into goddess, rise up, goddess. Hold here, prayer center if you'd like. We're holding this goddess today. If you've got music on, which I encourage you to go look at my Spotify, but feel free to add some movement here, but also feel the freedom to hold it. Maybe can you get a little deeper? Can you get a little more forward? I tend to sit back, so pulling that tailbone down, pulling the knees out. And then rise up. And back down, this time bringing your hands to your thighs. And then I want you to stretch out these legs by dipping your right shoulder down. Dip your left shoulder down. Rise up. And turn and kind of bend into crescent. Release all the way down. Sorry, I've got my backside to you again. All right, so I'm going to turn back around. You're in a modified crescent, or if you want to stay up high in crescent, that's fine. We're just staying here. Modified crescent. We're actually going to raise up regular crescent and down, modified crescent. Raise up and down. Now come fully down and send the hips back. We're going to rock forward, send back. Rock forward. Send back. This time when you rock forward, I want you to inch your foot forward, and can you do more of a split than a half split? And fold over that leg. Maybe bring that leg back a little bit. See, it's not very graceful today. And plant the hands, step the foot back, and hold this plank. Breathe through this plank. Hold it, hold it. You're doing great. Send the hips back. Down dog. Bend the knees. Float or step them forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise up. Straight into the next one. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, step back. Chaturanga. Exhale, down dog. take that little right leg, kick it high. Left leg, kick it high, excuse me. Bend and open. Maybe pull into that wild thing. Hold here as long as you can, and then flip the body over. Kick that leg really high and then send it through, coming into Warrior One. So check your Warrior One. We're holding here, taking a breath, or 2 or 3 breaths, and then straighten that leg. Reach out over, coming into triangle. Take that left hand onto the inside. Really try to line up your hips. Open that hip. Come high. Bring that hand down and walk yourself into open A. Turning the toes in. Take a breath in, up, and then release. Exhale, folding over. Maybe this time you're welcome to add the element of bringing your arms overhead. Or you can just simply walk your arms further back. Bring your hands back to kind of center. Turn the toes outward. Bend the knees, bring the hips down. Come into Goddess. This is our second Goddess, so maybe add some movement. Raise up and down. Get really deep when you go down. Raise up and down. One more time. Raise up. And this time when you come down, I want you to take your arms and bring them down to your shins. And really allow your elbows or forearms to push against those knees. Really widening that hip area, groin area. Beautiful. Keep a flat back. And then raise up. Turn into crescent. So nice strong crescent. Stay up tall to start. And then allow yourself to come down. Rise up. Come down. Rise up. Come down. Rise up. And then come fully down and send the hips back. Fold over. Then rock forward. Fold over. Rock forward. Fold over, and then inch that foot forward as far as you can, coming into as much of a half split as you want, and fold. Adjust so that you can get back into a lunge. Easier on a regular mat, and plant the hands, step back, plank. Hold the plank, breathe here. And lower down. Up dog. Down dog. Bend the knees, step or float the feet to the hands. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise up. So instead of doing a whole different flow today, I'm simply going to go through that flow again in case you are not a pause and repeat person, and allow you to do that flow again faster. And then at the end, you can add on your own if you want to do a balance posture, maybe an arm balance, maybe crow, you can play with that. You've really done a lot of hip work, so you could Dancer is a beautiful one that you could do, and then maybe an inversion, and then cool yourself down with maybe half pigeon. We're just going to do this flow again, and then we're going to come into onto our backs. We'll do a few little stretches and then come into rest. So inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Right leg, kick it high. Bend and open. Flip it. Coming into wild thing. Come back around as soon as you get there. Kick that foot high. And then I want you to crunch it underneath this time. Pull it back, high. Crunch it underneath. Pull it high. Really engage that core. Crunch it. Pull it high. Last time, crunch, hold. Raise up as high as you can. Can you get that foot up? Beautiful. And blade the back foot. Rise up. Warrior one. Check your warrior one. We're not staying here. And straighten your leg. Pull forward. Fold over. Bring the right hand on the inside and open up those hips. Bring that hand back down and turn. And release into that open A. Maybe even try a tripod here if you'd like. Turn those feet out. Send down into goddess. Sorry, I'm going to give you my rear side for the moment. We're not staying here long. Rise up. And down. Rise up. And this time bring your hands down to your legs. Send shoulder down. And other shoulder. Rise up. Turn. Crescent. And down. Up. Down. Up. One more time. Down. Up. And come all the way down. Straight into half split. Lunge. Half split. Lunge. If you want to play around with the deepening that half split again, you can do that here, or just keep going through. We're going to flow this a little more. Come into modified crescent. Bring those hands down. Raise the knee. Send it back. Plank. And I want you to do 3 plank crunch push-ups, plank push-ups. So 1, don't go all the way down, just halfway. 2, 3, this time coming through to up dog. Down dog. Straight into the other side. Kick up the left leg. Bend and open. Come into wild thing. Come back around. Kick it high. Crunch underneath. Push back. Bring forward. Push back. Bring forward. One more time. Push back. Hold it forward. Raise it up and set it down. Warrior one. Straighten the leg. Triangle. Fold over. Take that left hand. Plant it. Right hand high. Right hand comes around. Open A. Maybe come up. Bring your arms out wide. Back and fold. Release. Plant the hands. Turn the legs out. Come into goddess. Rise up. And down. Rise up. And down. Rise up. And down. Beautiful. Hold here. One last hold on our goddess. And come up, turn forward, crescent, lower down. Rise up, lower down. Rise up, lower down. Rise up, and lower down for good. Half split. Half split. Modified crescent. Half split. Modified crescent. Bring the hands down, plant them, raise the knee, step back, plank. 3 push-ups. 1, 2, 3. And all the way through, up dog. Down dog. Bend the knees. You can either come into child's pose here or come all the way through the vinyasa. Bring those feet forward, halfway lift. Fold, rise up, and prayer center. Beautiful, that was good. You wanna do that again, pause or rewind me if you need me to guide, but also don't be afraid to do it on your own. And if you forget something, just make it up. There's no prescription to all of this. All right, so let's lie back. And I'm gonna do these fairly quickly, which you can do, that's good enough. But if you want to lengthen this out, this stretch, feel free. So bring your leg up and pull it towards you. Take it part way across, keeping your hips on the ground as much as possible. And then take it all the way, maybe teeing your opposite arm, taking your gaze the opposite direction. Come up and bring it out. I'm raising my head up, but don't do that. Relax your head. It's one of the things we just feel impulse to do. Bring it back to center. Pull towards you one more time and release. All right, next side, pull towards you. Then bring it across while keeping your hip down. Then all the way across. Really getting into that twist. And then back up to center all the way out. Back to center, pulling towards you. Bring your knees in, or knees to chest. And then release everything. Maybe do one more happy baby, maybe twisting your body a little bit more, maybe going back through that routine. Maybe you did it fast, maybe do it a second time. And then come into stillness, probably the hardest thing to do. Encourage you to breathe in and out, breathe out. Let me pray to close our practice. Lord, you are the way, the truth, and the life, and I am grateful to know that you are it, and you're all I have to rely on. I pray that you help me remember this each day, including today, and be with each person that listens to this video, that you may bless their day in whatever way they need, whatever way they need you. That they know that you are the way, the truth, and the life. In your name I pray. Amen. Thanks, guys. See you next time.